All right, good evening, everybody. This is KB5 MIQ, big boy. I'm gonna meet some guys on 10 here in a little bit. May try to film some of our ground wave conversation. This is some of the other videos I've talked. I've never been a big net check-in type person. I have checked in on nets before, but WD5HKV and I got something going back in the '90s, especially when 10 was wide open when they had the big sunspot cycle. We just get on here at night. He lives within ground wave of me. And we just start chatting usually on 28 450. And we'd have people check in from all around the country. Just come in, say hi, visit with us a minute. I got a lot of my state contacts. I think I even got a couple of country contacts doing that. So we've both out of the hobby for a few years. Both of us gotten back in it. And trying to get that going again. We've been trying to meet 3 or 4 nights a week on 10 meters. Got another local ham checking in with us, so we're going to see what we can get going tonight. See how this new 10 meter Moxon 2 element beam works ground wave, and see if anybody checks in. So we're going to have this going here a little bit. I'm going to pause it while we're trying this, and again, thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. It's something I enjoy doing. I'd like to help anybody get into this hobby that wants to get into it. It's a good hobby. Like I said before, spend as much money as you want to on it. All right, I'm going to pause this a minute till we get something going, and we'll fire it back up. All right, well, they ain't in here yet. Well, my ham radio cat's jumped up here in my lap, so she always likes to make her presence known when I do these things. One thing about I wish we could get a good sunspot cycle and get 10 rolling like it was back in the '90s. It would really generate a lot of interest in the hobby. Man, that was really a good time when it was going that good. It was sometimes it stayed open all night. It was always open till late up in the night. Made a lot of my early country contacts on 10. Band was open so good I worked in Japan several times off the back of a 3 element 10 meter beam. So I noticed I didn't mention in my earlier video about the antenna work I did today. I didn't put a rotator on anything. I've had rotators up on push-up poles before. Usually use them old Channel Master rotators. In fact, still got one that works out in my junk box. They just put a lot of weight on a push-up pole, and when you're offset, putting the rotor offset on the side of it, and putting the mast in the rotor, I've lost several push-up poles, and just decided I wasn't going to do that right now. May come back and do it later, but right now I'm just going to leave everything kind of orientated east and west, southeast, northwest type deal. Because that's where most of my ground wave stuff comes from, and I work, like I said, 10's open, it's open good, and usually work anything with it. Everybody stay with this hobby. It's good. For emergencies, anything out of the sun that come up with, it's really good. Now, I know I'm saying like I'm rambling. I had something I was going to say, but if y'all ain't figured out by now, I don't use a script when I do these videos, so I may remember it and then forget about it. So anyway, we're going to wait for them guys to check in with us and see if we can capture a little bit of that on film. We'll pause it a second. I just thought of a couple of funny items. On my earlier video day when I talked about redoing my antennas, I said I'd had that Dacron rope up 17 years. I've had it up 13 years. I was wrong on that. I'm a little dyslexic on numbers sometimes, but I got that in '07, so it's been up about 13 years. Still done a good job. Other thing, talking about on a budget, first got into this, me and HKV, both of them had little kids trying to work, make a living, and we was throwing together rotors. We'd buy it at swap meets, and I had come up with in fact, I think he may have given me the whole rotor. I can't remember. I know he gave me this control box. Old Channel Master TV rotor. Control box was busted. The top was gone. All the guts was right there. All the wire was right there. You could stick your finger in there and get shocked. Well, the controller was gone on it, and he had wired a slide switch in on it. Well, you just pull that slide switch one way and jumped up and run to the window and seen how far your antenna had turned, run over and stop it. Worked great. Used it for a long time. So I finally went out to this little swap meet, and the guy had a bunch of RCA or Channel Master control boxes for $20 a piece, and I bought one. But I just thought about that, getting into this hobby using an old ICOM 701 on a push-up pole with a 3-element 10-meter CB beam that Jeff HKV had let me have, and running that old rotor on it. That's just how hams help each other get into this hobby. So, still kind of hanging around here, seeing if they're going to make it on here in a minute. We'll see what's going on. The band's kind of dead right now. I'm not hearing any signals anywhere on it. But anyway, I'm going to pause in a second. Okay, I got the 10 going. This is like the round table we talked about years ago. And actually, we've got some Florida station coming in. Stand by. This is KB5 MIQ. I didn't catch your call. I just wondered what kind of signal you got on me.
Dave, I'll give you the next go around. I hear both of you really good. I'll give you a signal report on next go around.
Okay, I got you about a S5 here in Avery, Texas, QSL.
My meters don't, I don't know if it's all the truth or not, because I just bought this radio recently, it's a new one. But Q5, and the signal strength is about a 2, strong profile and signal strength. I hear everything you guys are saying, and we are working gray lines. I don't know if to call it a short skip or ground wave. What kind of antenna did you put up? Go ahead.
I put up an MFJ 2-element Moxon 10-meter beam. I got it up about 45 feet, actually orientated southeast right now. Let me give me your call, because I missed it the first time around.
Okay, well, I'll let you copy it. I won't let you have it. The call sign here is Kilo Charlie 4, Sierra Golf Oscar.
Kilo Charlie 4, Sierra Golf Oscar. Okay, fine business there. This is KB5 MIQ. Like I said, we're here in Northeast Texas.
Might give me a Tango or might give me a Quebec?
Yeah, Kilo Bravo 5, Mexico, India, Quebec.
Oh, okay, I got it right the first go around. All right, I just wanted to say hello to you guys and see where you were. State of Florida, Cocoa. And y'all have fun. Enjoy your thanks for the contact. Kilo Charlie 4, Sierra Golf Oscar.
Okay, thanks for the contact. It's KB5 MIQ 73. So that's one of the beauties of 10 meters. We're talking ground wave. We had a Florida station check in here. And so we try to get here 3 or 4 nights a week and do this. So it's a lot of fun when you got other stations check in. We don't run a formal net. We just kind of call it a round table. So it's one of the good things about this hobby.
Kilo Charlie 4, Sierra Golf Oscar. That signal kind of up and down on me there a little bit. It was fading. I could hear him, but he kind of faded out a few times. But a good copy most time, though. I guess the band's kind of bouncing around a little bit.
That's good. Yeah, I was glad to have somebody check in. That's what I was kind of explaining on this video was we kind of call this a little bit of a round table. It's not a formal net. There's other people always check in while we're chatting, and that's what's one of the beauties of this hobby.
I was getting him up to probably an S5, a little bit more maybe at times, but the propagation was kind of bouncing him up down quite a bit, so I faded out a time or two, but I really could hear him when he signed off with us, but he may be up again now, I don't know, but nonetheless, it was good to copy there for a little bit.
That's good. That reminds me of the time back in the 90s when we had people check in all the time with us when we did this at night.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Same thing. There's some good to see the band coming in and people checking in and just kind of talking, checking signals, stuff like that. Part of the fun of it.
Cody, you in there yet?
Yeah, I just got in here. Hey, you, Cody. Hey, how you doing? Y'all got a copy on me?
Oh yeah, I got a good copy on you, Cody. How you hearing me now with this new antenna?
It's a little bit better, not a whole lot better. You're moving my S meter a little bit, whereas before you wasn't. Well, I got a lot of noise here on me right now on this frequency.
We just had a Florida station check in with us.
Yeah, I heard you talking to him, but I couldn't hear him. I barely heard him down in the noise, just barely, but I couldn't make out anything.
Well, you're still on vertical polarization, right?
Yeah, vertical.
Well, this antenna on Jeff come up to about a 10 over on him, it seems, because we're both horizontal.
Yeah, I got, there's a lot of noise here right now that I'm hearing that I haven't been hearing before here on the frequency, so, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Y'all hearing any noise? I got some static and a little bit of noise in there, kind of way down in there, but it's not reading on the S meter or anything here, but there's a lot of pretty loud static, but I don't have anything reading on there.
I don't have the noise on this antenna I had on that dipole.
Am I moving your meter any, big boy?
Oh yeah, I got you about a S2, S3 now on this new beam. You wasn't hardly moving it the other night, but yeah, I got you between S2 and S3 now.
Okay. Yeah, KF5 Bravo Zulu Foxtrot for ID.
Jeff, y'all go ahead and take it a minute. Let me close this video out. I'll be right back. KB5 MIQ.
I'm getting about an S5 here, Cody. Good steady S5 here.
This is something we do on 10 meters, 3 or 4 nights a week. There's 3 of us local get on here and chit chat and have people from the other side all over the country check in if the band's open. One of the great things about this hobby, especially using 10 meters. All right, I'm going to close this out so I can talk to them a little while. Everybody have a great Labor Day weekend. Thanks everybody for subscribing to the channel. This is KB5 MIQ, Big Boy 73.